Even on my best days, I can hit a 1-foot drive.
Welcome to the 1-Foot Drive podcast, where we're going to be bringing you golf topics, instruction, the latest from the tours, maybe some banter amongst three lifelong friends, and who knows what else we'll get into. But without further ado, let's introduce ourselves. I am Mike Szabo. I am a 25-year PGA of America professional. Been in and out of golf for 30 plus years, working in and out of the clubs, and will bring my insight where I can and try to keep these guys in check. So without further ado, we'll introduce the guys. First up, Andrew Duvall. Andy is in the middle of a midlife crisis. He was a professional for years. Now he's got his amateur status back. Now he might be a professional again, but he's cherry picking some invitational tournaments, some AM events, and then, he's going back to Q school. So Andy's trying to figure it out. But Andy, what do you got? Welcome to the show.
How you doing, guys? Happy to be here. I'm Andy Duvall, former pro turned AM, invite specialist, and looking forward to just kind of doing this with you guys. It's going to be good. I was in and out of the PGA, working clubs, every aspect of working at a golf course for, I don't know, since I was 15, 16 years old. So I'm going to be doing the same thing as Mike, just kind of trying to bring some insight to what we're talking about here and getting a little rundown of the tours and everything that's happening. So looking forward to it, guys.
Sweet. Thanks. Also joining us, Tony Iannone. Tony is level 2 PGA. He's working his way through, getting his books done. He's in the TPI training, getting through that. His passion is instruction and teaching, coaching. He's all over it. So he's going to have a lot of insight for us on this podcast. Tony, welcome.
Mike, thank you so much for that warm introduction. Guys, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute treat to be on with you guys. I'm really looking forward to doing this.
He just steals it.
That's one.
That's one.
That's one right there. Put it down. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be really fun. We all bring really different perspectives to the table, different experiences, and I'm excited to learn from you guys. So let's go.
Fantastic.
Love that. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. Last week, we had our first podcast. We had a little technical difficulties, but we're using some clips. We had some predictions for the Valero Texas Open. So we're going to do a little recap of that just so we can keep track of, who's accurate, who's not. We got Masters. It's Masters week, the greatest week of the year, in my opinion. It's the only week of the year that I will watch 4 rounds of golf in some fashion, maybe for an hour or 2 each day. But it's the only week of the year where I will watch golf more than an hour on one day just to see the final few holes. So great week. We're going to be going over some of the favorites, some of the top stories of the Masters. Tony's put together a little trivia. We'll see if he can stump us. We're going to talk about a couple of the different holes at Augusta, maybe some strategy on how to play them. If we have a favorite hole, maybe if we have time, getting some Masters food. Of course, you're going to get our picks. Some you want to follow. Some it's good just to know that really you shouldn't be following it, and you're glad that he picked that guy, so you can just leave it off your bets, And then swing tips. We got some instruction to round it off. So without further ado, let's get into it. Masters week. Bunch of stories. First off, I don't know. We got a lot of top stories. First of all, Rory. We got a guy trying to chase the Grand Slam. This is attempt.
Love talking about Rory.
Number 11.
Right into it.
Attempt number 11. We're just going to rip the scab off right into it.
He knows how to twist it right away.
Rory is going attempt number 11 for the Grand Slam.
Number 11,
11th attempt. 11th try at it. He had a really good shot at it. Yeah, it does seem like it's low, doesn't it? So, Scotty's trying to defend. There's only been a few dudes that have defended their title at Augusta. Maybe that's a trivia question for later, but there's only a couple guys that have defended their Masters. Anybody want to take a shot?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that. Somebody asked me that the other day. Is it? It's got to be a
A long time
nobody.
ago, right?
Yeah, nobody's
There's-
super
all right.
modern.
All right. We might get fact checked on this, but I'm pretty sure there's three. Three guys that have defended back to back. I give
Leave
you
your fact checks in the comments. Thank
I'll
you.
give you 30 seconds. Nah, not even that. 5.
Nick,
Who do you got?
Nicholas.
Fine, yes. Easy layup.
Fine, yes. Bobby Jones.
No.
Does he not count?
He counts, but he didn't do it. You guys are
Hogan?
ridiculous.
no.
You guys are absolutely ridiculous.
Not Hogan.
No, it's not Hogan.
Byron,
Arnie.
no.
Not Arnie.
No idea. You
Tony-
stumped me. You win.
Tony, when you earn your pro card, you got to turn it back in, like Duvall, and go back to amateur. How about the big cat? Nobody thinks of the big cat when you think about majors and back to back. TW, Tiger Woods,
He went
big
back
cat.
to back.
What
Yeah.
do you win? 08, 03, 04? 01, 02?
I have no idea, but I know he did it.
Really? 9?
Yeah.
No,
It wasn't 98 because that was Amera.
Yeah, 99,
No.
2000. No, couldn't 99, 2000?
Probably 2001. I don't know. Somebody will look it up. But Tiger did it.
Somebody
Nicholas
tell me.
did it. Nicholas did it. Tiger did it. I got 12 devices on my Wi-Fi right now. I can't look it up, or else I might lose.
0102.
I
There you
tried.
go.
The third person. Do you know? You guys don't know? I just looked it up.
No,
I have
do
no
know
idea.
it. I know it.
Well, you
Yeah.
want to tell us, or are we just gonna?
Faldo.
I didn't know if you wanted to keep guessing.
Nick,
Yeah, it's-
I would never have guessed Nick Faldo. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Now that I think about it, it makes so much sense because he
Yeah.
loves that place.
Yeah, he does. He's a machine. Back with the lead better. So we got Scotty defends. My favorite. The Live boys are back. Love me some Live. The boys are back. Come on. I'm here for it. I am here for it. You got
Brooks,
other
Rom, Dustin, Bryson. Let's go.
You got them all. Golf is
Yeah.
going to be fantastic this weekend with those guys back. The PGA Tour misses it, whether they want to say it or not. We need 'em.
Over under on Rom club throws. What do we think?
You set the line.
I'm gonna say 2.5.
Over.
Under.
Over.
I take under.
I thought that was pretty
He
generous.
may only play 2 rounds, so I
That's
feel
what I'm
like
saying.
one round is good.
Yeah, true.
It's like
True.
a club
You
throw
might have
around.
got me there, Duvall. Yes, you might
Yeah.
only play 2 rounds. That's fantastic. Oh, my. So let's go
So
back to... Oh, yeah, go ahead. What's up?
No, I was just thinking, are we thinking Rory's going to do it, or it's his 11th attempt? Is that significant in any way?
Thought he was a mental midget.
Listen, it's wet.
It is
wet.
wet.
I'm giving him a little bit more credit with the golf course setting up extremely well for the guy. It's going to be wet. He's going to be a bomber's paradise if the ball's not rolling. He's going to be able to keep it on the greens. So I don't have him. I'm not even taking him. But do we have any thoughts on whether he could kind of squeak this out?
I do. If it stays wet, yeah, I think he could go for it. But that's about it. I mean, everybody else would have to really play badly. I'll tell you that right now.
That's nice.
Do you do you think that he's
This is a real field. This isn't JJ Spawn and Danny Walker, or whatever.
Danny
Sorry,
Walker?
Danny. I'm sure
You're
you're
just
a nice
making
guy.
players up now?
What?
You just
what?
making guys up?
No,
who's there?
he was in the. I don't know if it was the players, but it was one of the recent ones.
Was he
Or the-
inside the ropes following?
He
Was he a scorecard boy? Or
Okay.
a scoreboard boy?
someone fact check you guys.
I know Jimmy Walker, who's known to hit the occasional Jose, but
Look it up. Look at the players
can't.
finish.
I'm at my limit for
Oh
Wi-Fi.
my
I can't.
god.
You know what?
Players
Is he there, Duvall?
leaderboard
He's got one top 10.
125.
Let's see what results are. Let's see what we got.
Danny Walker finished tied 6 in the 2025 playoffs.
He
You mean
in the
players?
Players.
Players,
Yeah,
T6. Oh wow, okay. Hey man,
Yeah,
give
good
it
for
to you.
him. All
Keep
right.
your card. Keep your card, buddy.
Yeah.
Keep your card.
Just
Yeah,
put that
I'm
in the
gonna
win
need your
column, Tony.
card, and I got the hat on, so I can take your card too now. So
There you
Yeah.
go. I like that.
You
I
gotta
like
I wore
take
that.
this just for you, baby.
Are you gonna take the sticker off the hat at any point, or is that just gonna stay there?
No.
That's the
That's not how
generational
we
gap,
do it.
buddy. That's the
That's not how we do
generational
it.
gap, my friend.
Generational gap.
You don't understand, Mike. You're too
Yeah.
old, I
Cheers to
guess.
that.
Yes.
That's
I
just
guess
how
so.
it works.
Yeah. So I would like, I I don't want to go out and be hot take and say Rory doesn't make the cut, but like he's coming in, he's already got an excuse. My elbow. Ooh, my arm. Ooh, my arm. I get it. I go to the tee with a tournament with at least 5 or 6 excuses. My knee, my wrist. I haven't played. I got them. I got them deep. I got excuses deep every time I tee it up. So they're built in. So I'm actually proud of him. He's got one built in for the Masters, my elbow. And if he doesn't get it done, it's just I got to work that out. I got to get a little work done on it. But no, seriously, I don't. You guys are saying it's wet. They're getting a huge storm there today. I think the rest of the week looks great. Augusta has the sub air. They're going to
Yeah.
suck all the moisture out of that place. It's not going to be like sticking the ball everywhere, I don't think. In the fairways, they might get a little wider because they're wet. They don't have the sub air in the fairways as far as I know. But on the greens, they're going to play firm. And I think Rory's majors, where he was throwing darts, the greens were like the ball would stick and it wouldn't even hop. It'd just stick right in its ball mark. So I don't think it's going to play that way at Augusta.
I agree.
So I don't have them. I don't have them either.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's going to be attempt number 12, and that's it. Scotty,
0 for
does he
12.
defend? 0 for 12. 0 for 11. He's not to 12 yet.
Sorry,
Scotty,
0 for
what
11.
do you got for Scotty?
I love him. I
You
think
love Scotty?
I think he does it. I think he does it.
Oh, man, I'm going on Phil's comment that Scotty's not winning anything before the Ryder Cup. I mean, I think that that's a bold claim, but I don't know. I mean, he plays very well at Augusta. I get it, but I see a live guy coming in. I've got a couple of them, and I got a kind of a sneaky pick, an Irishman outside of Rory. So fade it, take it, do whatever you want to do, but don't shake your head over there. Don't shake your head over there. All right, don't start early.
I think
I'm just listening.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
I'm just listening.
listening
I don't
with a lot of gestures.
It's a twitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Mike? You like Scotty this year?
I don't. I think Scotty's one hell of a player. He's world number 1 for a reason. The few events I've seen this year, it looks like he's actually pretty frustrated. And it looks like he's spending a lot of time on the range after the round trying to figure out little things here and there, which is what good players do, right? You finish up your round, you go to the range, and you figure it out. But I think there's a little bit of stuff creeping into his game. I don't think he is as solid as he was lights out the other year, which how can you be? When you go on a historical run like that, it's hard to repeat it. So now he might be just normal dominant instead of like Tiger dominant. So wow, I think he has a really good shot. He's going to make the cut. He's going to be in contention. I don't think he gets it done this year. I think it's super hard to go back to back at Augusta.
I agree. I think he's going to have a shot. I think he's going to be there.
Absolutely.
Guys get to places that, a place is different. I mean, even you look at somebody like Schauffele that said he just feels like he can win there. So it's like, Scheffler's already won. He's been doing his thing there for a few years now, and I don't know. It'll be nice to see him come down the stretch. I always like watching him play golf.
I definitely think he's going to have a lot more competition this year than recently. I think there's a lot of guys playing really good golf. Bryson, Xander, like this is going to be one of the best Sundays I think we've had in a long time.
There's a guy that I'd like to see up there, not because he's the most liked, but he's been playing halfway decent. Sergio Garcia, he's been playing solid. We'll see where he's at the end of the week. We'll see where he's at the end of the week.
Yeah, he played well down at Durrell in the Live Miami. He played well down there.
I'm pretty sure he's won once already on Live. He's not scraping bunkers all over the world and throwing tantrums anymore. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Live, but he seems to be
Past
playing
champ?
pretty solid. Yeah, he's a past champ. I mean,
So with that, let's just segue right into it.
Yeah.
Lit boys. Here's
Yeah.
the guys playing. You ready? We got
Yeah.
Bryson, Terrell. Talk about a whiner. Sergio,
I love that
DJ,
guy.
Brooks, Phil, Neiman on a special invite, which is interesting. Rom, Reed, Schwartzel, Cam Smith, and Bubba. Bubba forever going to be at the Masters. So with those guys going, you talked about your love for Sergio. Tony, what do you
Yeah.
got? Any live
I
guys you like a favorite on?
I think Bryson and Brooksy absolutely have to have your attention. Um, you know, Brooks is just a major machine. I saw an interview with him the other day. He's been, practicing for the Masters since December or whatever. Like he's just playing these live tournaments in preparation for the Masters. Like that's the Tiger
Stinky misses the cut.
formula, right? What's that?
I think he
said
said
that
he
would
thinks he misses the cut.
I said that would stink the prep for 4 months for an event and just whiff on it. But he'll make the cut. He's a good player. Go
I
ahead.
know. I mean he's a stud, man. He's
He
gonna
is.
be right there, I'm sure.
Well,
And obviously
Brooks,
Bryson's playing really well.
heck yeah. I mean, Brooks, he has 6 majors. He's going, if he wins this, he'll have 3 legs of the Grand Slam, and he'll be going to the Open to complete the Grand Slam this year. So that would be must-see TV if Brooksy gets that done. Morikawa, Schauffele, Scheffler, Morikawa, Ram, Bryson, JT, DJ, all these guys, we've had Americans, 7 straight majors they won. 7 straight majors the Americans have won. Do you guys know that? You do now.
That's pretty wild.
That's a great
crazy
stat.
Yeah.
Last year was the first
That's
time since I think like 1952 or 82 or a long time ago that like all 4 majors were held by an American.
Was the first time?
It's been a long time since it's happened. So last year,
Okay.
all 4 majors were held by an American. And that was the first time since I think 1982, 52, 72. It's been a long time since that's happened.
What's that? So that was Scheffler, DeChambeau, and Schauffele, right? Schauffele had 2. Scheffler and then DeChambeau. Wow, that just means an Irishman can win this year, except not the one everybody wants.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, like Morikawa and Schauffele, if they win, they'll have their 3rd leg, and they'll be going for the U.S. Open for the Grand Slam. And then, like I mentioned, Scheffler, Schauffele, Morikawa, Rahm, Bryson, JT, DJ, all those dudes have 2 majors. So, they want to get out of that logjam, get to 3, and that gets you closer to some rarefied air, get you out of that logjam. So there's a lot of good storylines this week. Guys trying to get majors. Will a Euro win a major for the first time in 7 tries? A lot of great stuff this week.
I like it.
Well, let's go on to Tony. You got some trivia teed up for us? You got to try to stump us?
So my trivia has to do with our picks. So we're doing 3 picks for the Masters. We're going to do a favorite pick, so probably somebody in the top 10 of the favorites, and a 50 and over pick, so our senior friends, and a long shot pick. So my trivia has to do with my favorite pick, Mr. Scotty Scheffler, of course. The reason I like Scotty, I just think he's the quintessential major golfer, right? He hits shots to the middle of the green and works it to the pins. Like, I know it's like such a cliche, but he really does it, and he does it the right way. And I think the bigger thing for playing major championship golf is having your life outside the golf course taken care of, and having your life in order. And I think about it like this, your hierarchy of needs is like your food and shelter and things like that, and that allows you to think about work and so on and so forth. And when you have all that stuff taken care of, you can really focus on what's right in front of you, and that's like a single golf shot, and that's hard to do sometimes when you have so much stuff going on, a la Rory, and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, and I think he's got a great caddy. So we talked about caddies last week a little bit. Did you remember the quote yet? What was
Caddy,
that thing?
it's caddies don't mean that much.
Yeah.
Or I can't remember what it is.
Can I have one comment?
Yeah.
And then you can go with your picks. So, like, do you remember the name of the caddy in Happy Gilmore?
No.
No, no one cares. And, like, that dude could come out and caddy for Scotty, and it wouldn't matter. He would still do what he's doing. Sorry.
Wait, I think I do remember his
No
name.
way.
I think his name
No
is
way.
Will
I disagree.
Zalatoris.
Yeah, it is Will's. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
I mean, he'd have to wear shoes. It's a little extreme to use that as an example, but a horse is a horse,
Well,
man. I don't know.
We can agree to disagree.
We can't get into the caddy thing right now. We'll use the rest of the podcast with me arguing till I'm blue in my face that you give the pros push carts and a rangefinder, and they're gonna do just fine. If you gotta have somebody there patting your butt and stroking you and saying that's a 7-iron, commit, I love it. Give me a break. Go to your picks. Yeah, you got your picks.
So let's do my trivia. So Ted Scott got on the bag in 2022. Okay, 2021 was Scotty Scheffler's second season on tour. So let's go with his top 5, or let's go with his winning percentage from year to year. So 21 winning percentage and 22 winning percentage. We'll do the same thing as Rory. We'll go with Andy first.
Winning percentage was 0. I don't think he won on tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to say his winning percentage was, I think he won 3 times. So 327, I don't know. He played 30 events. I'm going to say like 8%. 11%. Yeah, 8%.
Okay, 0 and 11% is your final answer.
Sure.
Michael?
Scotty's first year on tour was what, 2021?
No, 2020.
And you're asking us about 21 and 22?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say in 21, 2%, and 22, what year are we in? 25, 24, 23. I'd say it's like 5%. 2% and 5%. I think he probably got 1 a year. 5%. I think he got 1 a year. So I don't know.
So Mike is firmly stanced in his caddy doesn't matter stance. I love it. So in 2021, before Ted Scott joined the bag, Andy, you were right. He did not have a win. 0% would be that percentage. Big goose egg.
And he won like 4 times?
In 2022, he won 4 times on 26 starts, which gives him a winning percentage of 15%. And in 2020 was his rookie year, and he did have a win that year, by the way. Yeah, so just to give you some stats, too, just to back that up. Strokes gained total from 21, 1.49, 2022, 2.16. Just unbelievable change in strokes gained, like just across the board. It's just light years. In the 2023 was really the really big jump, and him like almost gaining another half a stroke. So it's pretty wild the change. I'm not saying it had everything to do with Ted Scott, Mike. Like I understand, like a horse is a horse. You're absolutely right, but so is Rory. And I just think
you've given him two reasons proving that different caddies change what's going on from last week to this week. So, Have you ever played with a caddy before, Mike?
Is yes,
Ooh,
and then
that's a good one.
So second one, first comment first. When did Ted Scott come on board with Scotty?
The 2022 season.
And he won 4 times.
Correct.
So you're accrediting to him winning 4 times versus 0 to a caddy.
No. I said it's not everything. I said it's not everything, but I think there's a big it plays a big role.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think it plays a role. I definitely think it plays a role. I mean,
you look at Tom Kim, right? He had 1 win as a rookie, and then scooped up Ricky's Fowler's caddy, and he won twice, I think, the next year or something like that. I can't remember. And then Ricky's caddy, Joe Scavron, then went to go be on Aberg's bag, which, I really haven't heard much from Tom Kim since. And Aberg's been, I'm pretty sure he was a top 5 in the Masters last year. So I understand these guys are good players. They're all good players, though, So I think having a great team around you is the difference. Like the margins are so small when you're out there.
I would agree that I would agree that the caddy plays a role. I just think that the team is a major factor in what's going on.
Absolutely.
I think that if you have somebody that you're working with, I mean, you look at guys that go to Butch, right? He does things that like other coaches don't do, sure, but I think that there's an array of factors that go into that, not just the looper.
Absolutely.
And that would be my stance.
Mike, you got anything? Mike?
Just that I agree with that it would be more of a team, and it's not the caddy that gets somebody to world number 1. There's a lot of factors that go into that. I think caddies are very interchangeable. Do personalities not click sometimes? Sure. Do they not say the same language? Sure. I heard of a tour player who gave a dude a 3-ring binder on what you're supposed to say after I hit a shot out of a certain condition. Oh, when I chunk it out of the bunker, you're supposed to tell me this, X, Y, Z. And the caddy had to memorize it, I could find that pro's name. It was out there for a while. So, I don't know, man. I don't buy it. I really don't. But that's okay. So, what are your picks, Tony? We got Scotty.
Okay. My 50
Or
and
I
over
should say,
pick,
what is it? Ted Scott?
Ted Scott,
We got
baby.
Ted Scott. Ted Scott for Masters.
Ted Scott for the win, baby.
All right, we got Ted Scott. Love it.
If he makes a hole in one in the Wednesday par 3 tournament, one of you guys owes me a beer. That's for sure.
Ted Scott?
Yeah, the caddy tournament.
Oh, I
or
didn't
the
know
family par 3 tournament or whatever they do.
I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you a beer if he hits a golf shot.
Yeah, all right. All right, so for my 50 and over pick, I've got Phil. And for my long shot, I've got the caddy, Mr. Willie Z. Last year...
That's an interesting long shot. I haven't seen his name anywhere.
So, exactly.
Zalatoris? He just contended.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
What are his odds? Are his odds over 10,000? Is he over a plus 10,000?
Let me get the most up to date.
Yeah,
I'll tell you where he's at.
He's got to be like a 6,200 or something.
Is that not a long shot enough?
Yeah, no, it is. No, it is.
He's 55 to 1.
Everybody's got a different definition.
Yeah.
No worries. I like it. So you got Zalatoris, long shot. You got Phil and 50 and up, and you got world number 1. I like it.
Yes, sir.
That sounds like a good parlay for top 20.
That's easy money for top 20 for sure.
Duvall, what do you got, baby?
Yeah, I'm going with Bryson. I think that Bryson, it's par 67 for that guy, right? So might as well do it this year. 20 under does pretty good around a major championship venue, so we'll roll with that. I'm taking Phil too. He just kind of, it's his place. If he's going to win anywhere, another one, I think that's a pretty good spot. And then my dark horse, I don't even think that I can say that he's a dark horse. So it's kind of a, I'm big on Lucas Glover, but he's top. He's, what is he, top 20 in the world, 25 in the world. So I can't really take him. I'm thinking like there's Tom Hoagie. That's a nice dark horse. Contended last week. Or Hogue. I think it's Hoagie. I'm not quite
Hoagie.
sure, but it's Hoagie, right? Yeah.
Hoagie.
Unless
So
you play for the Steelers, and it's Merrill Hodge. So I guess it's where you want to talk about it. Yeah. Hoagie.
there's no D in that. There's no D in that Hodge, huh?
No.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. So I got Hogue. So I'm going with Bryson, Phil, and I'll take Hoagie.
Very nice.
Yeah, Mike, where
Very
we going?
All right.
Let's hear
So did we? I think I skipped by it. Did we recap
Yeah,
the
you just-
Valero?
You ripped right over the Valero, which
I did. So like we had, I think Tony had who? Charlie Hoffman and Ricky. Hoffman missed the cut. Ricky did Ricky. Who'd you have, Duvall? You had Smalley. I think he missed the cut by one. You had Berger, who made the cut.
I had Berger and Cantley. They were both right there, and then tough third round for Berger, and Cantley just missed everything on Saturday. So
Oh yeah, and then he finished with like a double or something to blow it. Yeah, when it didn't matter. When it didn't matter. Yeah, I think I had Finau, and then I had I had Gerard, who finished second.
yeah, Gerard was a good pick.
That was a great pick, wasn't it?
That was a great pick.
Thank you. That's one.
The problem is that he didn't win.
He did not. No, he didn't. He was up there for a while. Got a cash out opportunity. He was close enough to that. So that was good. He had a birdie look on 17. He bogeyed 18. I mean, he was in his hands. Put a little pressure on him.
He 3-putted 17. He drove it onto the front edge of the green and then 3-putted.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, it's a heartbreak. But he'll have plenty more chances. You know what's crazy? I was looking. He was 17th in strokes gained overall, which is pretty wild. The last few weeks he's been really turning it on. So anyway, not to turn this into hurt my arm, pat myself on the back with that pick, but it's very, very far.
You're doing a hell of a job of not doing that for sure. You're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, so let's go
Cheers.
into. Thanks. So Masters favorite. Who's the guy that said he didn't need the media?
Morikawa.
Yeah, Morikawa.
Morikawa. I never say his name right.
That's your boy?
I don't know.
That's who you're taking?
I'm stuck. I got him. I really wanted to go Akshay. Lefty. He's been playing well. Lefties do well at Augusta. The problem is he's got the long broom and he can't putt. Also, the problem is I know somebody that took him and is deep into him, and I know the guy never wins. So I can't take him because I know somebody else that never wins is taking him. So if you're listening to our podcast, if you're one of our 3 people listening and it's you, I'm sorry, dude, but you told me you were taking him, and I can't do it. And typically I wait till Wednesday to make my picks because I like to have Brandel and all these guys talk, and I take the opposite. So this is a little early. I was going to go Bryson.
Sometimes you have to fade.
Yeah, I know. Bryson is my man. You took him. So just to be different, I'm going to go with Morikawa, and he's not going to do the interview. That's my pick.
He's not going to do the
Because
end interview.
So
He's not going to be there for the green jacket ceremony. He's going, I don't need you guys. Nah, he'll get the green jacket. That's ridiculous. All right. So I'll go Morikawa just
It's a
to be
bold
different.
claim.
Bryson's my number one, but I'll take Morikawa just to be different. 50 up. You guys just jumping on the Phil wagon. This is a great pick, by the way. I mean, if you're going to go with somebody over 50, why not somebody who's just still bombing it? So, I mean, Cabrera, fresh out of jail. We don't have to go into his story. That's a good dog. He just won on the Champions Tour. Longer, playing in his last Masters. And then Freddie, my man Freddie Couples. I mean, how can't you love Freddie? So
made the cut last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the story on this one. I'm gonna go Longer. He anchors his putter, but he's gonna get through on his last round at Augusta.
Wow.
He's gonna make the cut. Bernard Longer,
Wow.
50 and up. How can you go against the guy?
That's a bold pick on a soft golf course, my friend.
That's a good.
It's not going to be.
You want one to fade, boys. You want one to fade. Go ahead and fade that one.
So Longer to make the cut, and it's not going to be soft golf course. They got rain today. The place is going to drain out. It's beautiful the rest of the week. There's no rain the rest of the week, so it's going to be fine. Long shot.
Make the cut first.
Long shot. I'm really stuck here, boys. I need a few more days, but I'll pick one just for this podcast. What I'm thinking is long shots plus 10,000 or more, whatever that is. So DJ, it's been a while since he's been on Live, cruising, cool cat. He might be ready to win. Denny, who can't take Denny McCarthy? Putting is a high value. Chipping from the fairway is a high value stat at Augusta. Normally on a tour week, these guys will have less than 2 shots from the fairway chipping. At Augusta, they're going to have 5 around. So somebody that can chip it from the fairway is huge. Approach play is huge. Putting from 15 to 30 feet. 9 of the 10 in the top 10 last year, 8 of those guys were top in strokes gained 15 to 30 feet. So when you look at all that stuff, Denny's a really hard guy to pass up. My boy Buzenhout, Christian, I love him. I always pick him. But I'm going to go with my new favorite on the long shot. Dude's been playing well this year. Wears the 2 gloves. Duvall likes him because he dots all the I's, crosses all the T's, doesn't play till he's good and ready. He has a driver in the bag just to hit off the deck. The Englishman, Aaron Ray. Love him.
I like it.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
He was on the wait list at Oak Hill when I was volunteering on the range, and he was all around the range waiting for his number to be called and chatted up a really nice conversation with his mom. What great people. Heard his story. His mom had great stories of him growing up. Great family. And I just, I'm going to go with Aaron. I think he's been playing well. He's been hitting it really good. And I don't know. If you're going to do a long shot, why not? That's where I'm going to go.
He would be the first player to ever win the Masters using iron covers. So that's a good one too. That's a great storyline.
Hey.
So we can keep that up to date.
And he will forever be the only person that I will allow to wear or use iron covers.
Fantastic. All right. So book that. All 4 of our viewers take those picks to the bank. We'll have the results. And we'll just keep a tally all year.
You might as well just put that as the top 10 right there. That's guaranteed.
Ooh, that's a spicy little parlay. I know somebody would probably take that. I like it.
Right down.
I don't know. Longer top 10? I don't know. Maybe
not longer though.
Maybe we ease off of that and just make the cut bet. That would probably be more like it.
Can we do a top 10 and then just put him to make the cut? So that'll be like an outlier to the bet for Bernhard to make the cut.
I wouldn't put Mickelson top 10. Although he's got
put him probably top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, because you know why? Because Mickelson's got that caddy. Remember what's his name? Mickelson's got
He
that
doesn't.
caddy that'll get him in there.
He doesn't actually
Bones?
anymore.
Bones isn't with them.
No, he's not. You're right. And ever since then, Mickelson hasn't won a major. Wow, the correlation's crazy.
It's crazy, isn't
Listen,
it? This is a podcast, Andy.
oh my bad. I
Unbelievable.
thought
All
that they
right,
could
let's
see
get
it.
into.
My bad.
Let's segue real quick. Every year for the Masters, it's always brought up. Everybody passes around the food at the golf course. I mean, you got egg salad, pimento cheese sandwich, or $1.50 each, pork
Mm.
barbecue, a Masters Club, chicken salad sandwich, ham and cheese. My favorite when I had a chance to go was the classic chicken sandwich for $3. Beers are $5. They have a Georgia peach ice cream sandwich. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You got to get to Augusta just for the food. I know they charge you $800 to get in. So, like, yeah, the food prices are reasonable when you get in there. But I don't know if you guys had a chance to get to Augusta. If not, do you have any of that
No,
food that jumps out? Have you had a chance to look at it at all?
it's making me hungry. I have never had pimento cheese.
Yeah, I've never had anything on there. I mean, I'm big for a Masters Club, but pimento cheese just doesn't do it for me. Egg salad doesn't do it for me. Just
No.
What is pimento cheese anyway?
yeah, you got me
It's,
swinging, buddy.
yeah, I mean, when I went was 98. I think it was O'Mara's year. I'm pretty sure after about 6 or 7 beers, I decided to go with the pimento cheese, and I don't think I finished it. I think I got one bite, and I don't even
Yeah.
remember how to describe the taste. I think it's like a Swiss buttery something, and it didn't. I don't know. It's an acquired taste. How about that? So those of you that like the pimento cheese, God bless you. I'm just not in that. I'm not in that demographic, I guess.
You like scrapple, Mike? That's a Pennsylvania thing, right?
I want to confidently say I've heard of it, but I've never had the opportunity to try it or have it. So I don't know how Pennsylvania it is. It might not be from the little town I'm from,
Okay.
but
And do you remember?
Scrapple,
Do
I
you
think
remember what
Scrapple's south,
size?
isn't it? Isn't it southern? Scrapple?
I thought it was Pennsylvania thing or
All
like
right. Fact check it, put it in the comments.
Appalachian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you remember the size of the cookies for $1.50? Mike,
Something like that. I don't know. Normal cookie. It wasn't anything like massive.
I'm probably gonna spend $15 on those. If
Yeah.
I had a couple of beers walking around the Master, I don't even think I would eat it. I'd have a chicken sandwich and 6 cookies.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
it's
the coolest part, so we got to get there as a team. And but I'll tell you, the coolest part about going to the Augusta, you see it on TV. The TV does not do justice the undulation at that course. It
what I've
is
heard.
it is unbelievable. Like number 8 to par 5, like you see them on TV, they're like it's an uphill lie. Like it'd be like they're standing on like on number 17 at our club. If you top it and you get right to the beginning of the fairway, it'd be like that, but almost a little worse.
Tony,
Crossing.
you been there?
No, no.
No,
Now he's
no,
usually still on.
on that on
He's
that
usually
tee
still.
box.
Yeah, he's usually still on the tee.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, my
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
my
He
bad.
doesn't get to the fairway, but
My second shot is well over that.
yeah. So like, so
Oh
with
God.
so with Augusta, that's just awesome. I think anyway. But so let's get into. I had one for you. I forgot to do it with my picks. Little Masters trivia. Name the only player to finish runner-up to both Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods.
Ooh.
This player finished runner-up to both Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods. So you're probably going to get into the 90s. 80s, this player, Nicklaus, was 86, was his last win, right? That probably gave it away right there if you think about 86 on the leaderboard. I messed
Le-
that one up. Tony definitely knows
Crenshaw.
more. No.
I mean,
I was
He
2 years old.
wore himself some big glasses. Texas boy.
it was not.
Played college golf
What's
with
the guy's
Crenshaw, I
name?
believe.
Kite. What's
Yep.
his?
Tommy Kite. You got it.
Oh, Tom Kite.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that?
Both students of who? Crenshaw and Kite.
Pennick.
Bingo.
Harvey.
Nice. Very good.
I have his little red book somewhere. I don't know if I
Thinking
read it, but
about
I
getting
got the
that
book.
tattooed.
I'm a great collector of books. I don't read them all, but I got some nice books. All right, so let's get into let's wrap this podcast up talking about swings and tips and things of that scenario. I think we got what is it? Taking a swing change to the course, I believe, is what we want to talk about. So, well, that stinks. Notification on my phone: Florida came from behind to beat Houston. What a bummer.
Yep. Yeah,
That's-
Florida won.
Wow.
Did you take them? Did you take Houston?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Anyway, so swing change. Tony, teaching guru, baby. Take it away. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I think it's spring. A lot of folks, a lot of us, me included, are making big changes. Off seasons in the Northeast is always good for making those big surgery type changes, we call it. Sometimes I'll ask a student, do you want the Band-Aid or the surgery? Right? And typically if it's in season, we're working with Band-Aids, right? But so yeah, so I think coming into the spring, it's one thing to be able to do something on the range. I think we've all kind of had this where we can get this new feel or this new move or this new shot shape feeling really good and getting in a groove on the range. And then we get out on the course and it's a bit of a leap of faith. The feels may change when we are, have the bullets flying for real, right? So I just wanted to talk about strategies we can use to help that transition, right? So for me, and I'm speaking from experience here because both of these kind gentlemen have helped me immensely with my golf swing, and most recently playing with Andy, we kind of both made a pretty obvious observation that what Mike had been trying to get me to do 2 years ago, which is move my ball position up, is just it's time, right? It's time. So I'm a classic leave the weight on the back foot, and I can either push fade it or pull hook it from that position. So this year I committed to changing that ball position and really trying to feel that weight shift, and it felt great on the range. Had a couple range sessions where it just clicked, the feel clicked, and it's one of those things where once you kind of feel that, I'm sure you guys can agree, it just makes golf really easy. That weight shift, that turn, and kind of using the lower body as the engine. So the way that has helped me recently is kind of the random practice and turning. There's a TrackMan feature where you can go into like a training center and set a parameter, so anywhere from 80 to 120, and it'll give you random yardage, random pin location, and you hit the shot, that's it, and it doesn't let you hit the shot again. There's no mulligan, there's no nothing. It takes you to a new yardage, a new pin location. And so, working in that static environment and then compartmentalizing the yardages, so like 80 to 120, 120 to 150, 150 to 180, and working on different pin locations, different shapes from there. And then now that I've got that kind of game-like practice under my belt, now I've taken it to the course like I played today. And no, it's not totally clicking, but man, it's like 45 degrees out there, and I hit a 7-iron from 190 straight at the flag, and it felt amazing. And that sound has never come off of my club ever before, you know? And it's just like, it's nice. Like, yeah, I did it one time and I hit some good wedges, but, you know, I'm seeing that kind of snowball starting to roll. And I think it's something that is hard for amateurs to commit to because they know they can produce a result. Like, that's, you know, that's pretty much why I felt like it was. Yeah, I know we gotta laugh at the amateur thing, right? As I wear the NYSGA hat.
With the sticker.
Yeah, with the sticker. But gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shoot. But no, just the random practice into transitioning into the golf course, I think has helped me a lot. And in falling in love with feeling uncomfortable. You know, that's where you know you're really making a swing change or making a noticeable change, a marked change, right? So,
Yeah,
what do you
see,
think?
I think it's tough for amateurs to do that. I think it's tough. You know,
Absolutely.
it's the uncomfortableness is the uncomfort is just not something that I believe they understand, and I think that it's hard to explain that to them. Like they want to play golf to where they feel comfortable with, and they've been doing the same thing for a certain amount of time, and this, that, and the next. So, um, you know, from my experience, I think that you've really got to have a student that's interested in the change and then being able to do
Absolutely.
exactly what you did, and just having them hit different shots, having them learn how to actually practice instead of just going to the range to hit golf balls to see if their ball's going straight.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
really that's really all that a lot of amateurs do. So, or a lot of players do. I mean, even there's guys that are playing for a living that do that.
For sure.
A lot of them trunk slam on a regular basis, but that's just the way that it is. So,
So
not everybody knows how to practice.
yeah, and I don't think you need a TrackMan to do that kind of like transitional practice. Like
No, targets, different clubs, never hitting the same one. Playing holes on the range is a great
exactly.
way to understand what you're doing and where you're at. I mean, if you can, I mean, I've been at your range numerous times. I mean, you can stand out there and take some targets and some flags out there and make a fairway and try to play number two, you know, a little dog leg right. Like, you know what you're gonna have in if you hit a good drive. You know, if you don't hit a good one, you're hitting a shot that you need to hit in for a second. So, trying to figure out the yardage and what's going on. So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough way to go if they don't understand that you can't just stand there and rip golf balls and
Like
expect to see results.
the pull and drag over a ball and smack a 7-iron 1,000 times, right? That's great for learning that new skill.
Yeah, block
But then
practice, great.
once you get that, if you're not changing it up, if you're not switching clubs, if you're not changing targets, it's going to be really hard to translate that to the range or to the course, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, it's testing. It's testing. You don't take a new move right out onto the golf course. I mean, tour guys don't do that.
Right.
Like, they're
Eh,
testing even if it's Monday to Wednesday. They're testing and then trying to just play golf on Thursday. So, um, you know, and you see guys struggle. You see guys struggle because it's not comfortable. They don't know the ball's going to start where they're looking. So how can, you know, they've been doing this for 10 years. How can an AM understand that, you know, when they get out there, oh man, my ball's going to go here. I'm supposed to do this and it's supposed to start here. It's not. So, you know, they lose track of that.
mm.
So
What do you
what
think,
would
Mike?
so what would be an expectation that you would share with everybody? Like Tony, you're going through a swing change right now with the ball position and some other stuff. Like, what's
Yeah.
your own expectation for when you think it'll feel normal, or is it going to be like a light switch where one day it just happens? Or do you think there's like, hey, I need to get X number of rounds, X number of range sessions? Do I need to
Yeah, I think
start? I mean, how long do you think until, is there a rule of thumb for that, or is it just everybody's different, or?
I think that's a great question. I think everybody's different. I definitely believe in like it takes time to master a skill. Like they in music school they taught us about the 10,000 hour rule, where Charlie Parker went in and learned, or practiced saxophone for 10,000 hours, and then he invented bebop or something crazy. Like, but it's really it doesn't have to be that crazy. I think deep down, when you're comfortable with a new move or a new shot. Like when we were in Orlando, you were teaching me that flop shot, right?
Yeah.
That crazy, wide open, lay the face down and just stand up through it flop shot, which is really different for me because I've always been like a down, steep, kind of
Dragger.
dragger around the green.
Drag the handle.
Yeah. And when I came down a couple months later to play with Andy, like I hit a shot off a downhill, which was that shot. You remember the shot, Andy?
Yeah, it was good. Really good.
And that was the only, like, it was literally off a downhill lie. I was short sighted, and the greens were fast. It wasn't crazy firm, but they were fast greens. And I hit this little floppy nipper, and it just doot stopped, and
Yeah,
it
we
was
had we had
totally
tornado.
everything you taught me.
We had hurricane rains the day before, but yeah, it was relatively firm.
I said
No,
it
I'm
wasn't
kidding. I'm
firm.
kidding.
It
I'm
wasn't
kidding.
firm.
I'm kidding. No, it was. It was. Yeah. I'm kidding. Okay. No, it was a great Tony. It was a great shot. And my question for you though, when you're sitting there, were you thinking about how to hit it?
No, because I had practiced it so much. And I had worked out the move in my living room. Literally, I was sending you guys videos of me hitting that shot with foam balls in my living room, and experimenting, going to the nth degree. Like, and then I would go do it at the driving range, or in the bay before my lesson showed up, and I would open the face, like more so than you showed me, and see if I could get it to like go nowhere essentially. So kind of like go at practicing the extreme and then feeling comfortable with the extreme. And then I knew I could come back to the medium in a real game situation, and pull something off.
Nice. So how long you been working on the ball position change?
Since early early March. Just a month.
All right. So you think swing changes are like what, a month or so, depending on how much you played, and start getting comfortable and things like that,
It's
somewhere around there.
I'd say it's all rep dependent.
Well, no,
If
yourself.
you're
I'm
going
using
to the
you as an
range,
yeah, like you right now. How comfortable
yeah,
are you? Are you like a scale 1 to 10? How comfortable are
yeah,
you
I'd
with
say I'm about halfway there
halfway? All right.
to like putting it in a competitive round. Yeah.
All right. So that means Western New York PGA section, May 13th. I need a pro
Right on
partner.
schedule.
I
I'm
mean,
right on schedule, baby.
you're on schedule. Okay, you're on schedule. All right, I don't need a partner. He's on schedule. Everybody.
It's the 7th. I'll be good to go, baby. I'll be knocking down flag sticks.
I like it. All right, we'll keep you in the bag. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, what else you got, Andy?
Well, yeah,
Anything
let
on
us
that?
know. Let us know if listeners out there, like if you guys are working on a change and you're struggling to see it happen on the course, like let us know, and maybe we can give you some tips or tricks to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Tony's going about it the right way. I think you're going to have. I think there's going to be times where you're standing there and you're hitting balls in the range and you're practicing, and then you get out onto the golf course and you feel what you're working on. And it could be one shot around for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It could be, next thing you know, you're hitting 4 or 5 shots around. Now, depending on what your handicap is, that could be 2%, 3% of your shots, whatever. But like, when I was playing and doing some things, I felt like I knew when I was able to hit different shots because I was seeing them in practice rounds, and I was doing it with guys I was playing with at the golf course, and I was trying to get the feel of what was going on. And you kind of will just understand and see the shot shape or feel what you need to feel. And it just takes time. I mean, these guys are working on swing changes for months on tour. So
go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead, Tony.
And I think too, I don't think amateurs realize in these practice rounds how often they're like, oh, throw me another one. And they hit like 2 or 3 from the same spot in like really quick succession just to like feel different shots, feel different feels from different spots. And it's like, if there's no one behind you and you're like, it's springtime, like there was no one on the golf course today. Like it was 45 degrees, you know, like if there's no one around and you hit a crappy shot, throw another ball down, hit that shot, you know, like if you're not holding anyone up, get the practice, get the feel, you know what I mean? Like that's what they're doing. Am I wrong on the practice rounds if they're working on something?
Yeah, they're hitting shots for sure. I mean, there's a lot of times it's on a lot of, some of the other tours, it's one shot to the green, but just to keep the greens from being whatever. But it's, there's still guys hitting different shots to different pins and stuff like that. I think the PGA Tour is a little bit different than everywhere else, but
yeah,
I
obviously.
mean, even if there is somebody behind you, just drop a few down and let them rip. No, I'm kidding. But Tony, you've got it right. You've got it right. I mean, you just have to find a spot where you're able to feel what you're working on, and as you start to hit more shots like that, that's what it is. It just comes. Yeah. Talk to these two guys. Anybody out there, talk to these two guys. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think the best way, the quickest way, take a swing change of the course, go out, throw a couple bucks on it, see what happens. Put a little pressure on it.
That's a good.
Yeah. See what happens. Throw a little money on it.
Competitive golf is the test.
Find out real quick.
You're gonna find out real quick what works, what doesn't. And then you take it back to the range and you just keep experimenting, right? You put it under the gun, you put it under the most stress that you can. And then when it breaks, you figure out why it broke, what you didn't trust, and you go right back to it on the range, figure it out, like the practices you guys are saying, different targets, different whatever. And I mean, Take it back out to the course and keep after it, right?
That's a very good strategy.
Thanks.
I like that.
Excellent. All right, boys.
Any excuse you can get to put some money on a game, right?
Absolutely. Whether you're putting, there's no better way to improve your putting than getting a little game going on the practice PPG. All right, boys. Well, good session. I think we covered a lot. We got our picks in for the Masters. We'll see how our tallies work. It's going to be a great week between streaming. Like I said, my 4 days, I'll actually record the action, watch it back.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to sit there on Thursday. Oh my God. The only thing I love that the Masters has gone to, you can watch everything on the range and like every shot that they hit. So, because coverage doesn't start until 3 on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, but you can get the streaming and watch it at 7:30 in the morning. You can watch Jack hobble out there and hit the first tee shot if you want.
Tiger's hitting it this year too. They've added him.
Oh, is he?
Really?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. It's now going to be a 4-ball.
Oh, nice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I heard that right. Yeah. If it's not, then whatever.
Fact check us again. Be a lot of fact checking with this.
Fake news.
Not even close.
Like, comment, fact, subscribe.
Comment, fact check. Yeah, I like that.
Fact check. Well, good work, boys. All right, so that's a wrap for this. Next week, we'll come back. We'll have reactions to the Masters. We hope to have an interview with the Masters champion. I think we got that lined up. But if not, I think we got Bob from Bob's Used Golf Balls, Range and Driving Expo and Mini Golf Cart will be our guest. So one of the other, we'll have a guest speaker, guest interview next week, and we're hoping it's the Masters champ, but depends who it is, you know? So we'll go from there. Good time, guys.
We're getting Andy's live pimento cheese reaction.
Oh, cheers.
Oh my God.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yep. Till next week. Let's go, Bryson.
Adios. Go, Bryson.
Bring it.
Bill.
Bryson. Let's go.
Rip the boys.